And Sam watched him for years. And Sam wrote this poem, I suspect because of what he saw Bill and the early members of AA do. And most of you have heard it. I've been reading this now for 25 years. It's one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever seen written. It describes us. It describes what we do here. It's called I Stand by the Door. I stand by the door. I neither go too far in nor stay too far out. The door is the most important door in the world. It is the door through which men walk when they find God. There's no use my going way inside and staying there when so many are still outside, and they, as much as I, crave to know where the door is. And all that so many ever find is only the wall where a door ought to be. They creep along the wall like blind men with outstretched, groping hands, feeling for a door, knowing there must be a door. So I stand by the door. The most tremendous thing in the world is for men to find that door to God. The most important thing any man can do is to take hold of one of those blind, groping hands and put it on the latch that clicks and opens only to that man's touch. Men die outside the door, as starving beggars die on cold nights in cruel cities in the dead of winter. They die for want of what is within their grasp. They live on the outside of it. They live there because they have not found it. Nothing else matters compared to helping them to find it and open it and walk in and find Him. So I stand by the door. Go in, great saints. Go all the way in. Go way down into the cavernous cellars and way up into the spacious attics. It is a vast, roomy house, this house where God is. Go into the deepest of hidden casements of withdrawal, of silence, of sainthood. Some must inhabit those inner rooms and know the depths and heights of God and call outside to the rest of us how wonderful it is. Sometimes I take a deeper look in. Sometimes I'll venture in a little further, but my place seems closer to the opening, so I stand by the door. There's another reason I stand there. Some people get partway in and they become afraid, lest God and the zeal of His house devour them. For God is so very great, and He calls all of us. And these people feel a cosmic claustrophobia, and they want out. Let me out, they cry, and the people way inside only terrify them more. Somebody must be by the door to tell them that they are spoiled for the old life. You see, they have seen too much. For once you taste God, then nothing but God will do any more. Somebody must be watching for the frightened who seek to sneak out just when they came in to tell them how much better it is inside. The people too far in do not see how near these are to leaving, for they're so preoccupied with the wonder of it all. Somebody must watch for those who have entered the door but would like to run away. So for them too, I stand by the door. I admire the people who go way in, but I wish they would not forget how it was before they got in. Then they would be able to help the people who have not yet even found the door, or the people who want to run away from God. You can go in too deeply and stay too long and forget the people outside the door. As for me, I shall take my old accustomed place, near enough to God to hear Him and know that He is there, but not so far from men as to not hear them, and remember that they are there too. Where? Outside the door. Thousands of them, millions of them. But more important for me, one of them, two of them, perhaps 10 of them, whose hands I am intended to put on the latch. So I shall stand by the door and wait for those who seek it. I'd rather be a doorkeeper, so I stand by the door. Samuel Moore Shoemaker.